to our next NBA 2K25 courtside report.
All right.
I'm joined by Zach Timmerman, principal producer on NBA 2K25, as well as Mark Little, MyCAREER developer. Zach, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Now, there is so much to talk about for NBA 2K25. This is where fans can live out their hoop dreams and build their legacy
Yes, sir.
like never before.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into MyCAREER, let's talk about the MyPlayer builder.
When you're building your MyPlayer, you're not just building a legacy this year, you're also building a dynasty for your team. And we understand this is a very integral moment, a very important decision. So we put a lot of time into ensuring that the various paths that we have in the builder are going to allow all walks of our gamers to be able to make the player that they want to make.
Honestly, how much better can they really make it? Okay.
So many options.
It looks the exact same. What the it looks the exact same.
Get to right where you want to go with your builder.
Wow.
See the various perks that your player's eventually going to be equipped with.
Does it really matter though?
Builder where somebody who
I don't know.
wants to mess around with the thousands of possibilities can eventually make the build that they want to. We also have our pro build making veterans that have been playing the game for a long time. They're probably going to want to jump in there as well. There's also another group that wants to jump in there to try to make a unique build that nobody else in the world has made.
This sounds really intriguing. One thing I loved about last year was community members submitting their builds and you guys implementing them into the game. Are those returning this year?
Community builds.
Feature that we had last year, it was really exciting. It was really nice to grab the best.
We don't care about this, but you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing.
They're building the game. Ultimately, people, when they would grab these builds, they felt like they could instantly compete and play with the best gamers out there. They'll be available season 2. We'll be dropping new ones each season with the intention of giving you access to the latest and greatest playstyle.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Features coming with this new builder system, Zach.
If my build's out,
about creating
make mine.
In each of these builder paths, there's access to more information than we've ever given you before. You'll see which badges you qualify for. You'll see which takeovers you qualify for in our new takeover system. And you'll also be able to see which animations your player will qualify for. Ultimately, it's going to give you a really good feel for whether or not the player is going to move and react through the animation system.
I love all that.
That dribbling look kind of trash. Hold on, bruh.
Takeovers back in a new way this year. We have 70 takeovers and 14 special abilities. In the builder, you can see which takeovers you qualify for. Once you get into MyCAREER, you can swap your takeovers in and out.
Okay, this look different.
Attribute requirements that determine whether or not you're able to equip
Barbecue
takeovers.
chicken?
Once you get into the game, you're going to see your takeover meter. There's 5 levels to your takeover, and it's kind of like 5 levels of hotness. Once you hit level 5, the special ability turns on, and that allows you to kind of dominate the game.
I ain't gonna lie. The camera, this look fire. This look alright.
Some of your favorites.
I think the one that I've been gravitating towards the most is barbecue chicken. If you're a hoop head, you know what that name means. It means you're about to put somebody in the post and turn them into a rag doll. It boosts throughout the levels of.
They got a takeover named Barbecue Chicken.
Your shot close and your strength, and then when the special ability turns on, it turns on deep post bag, which essentially allows you to completely dominate the post again for a short period of time in shots.
Man,
rounds, every post
I already know that's about to be trash. They got a post takeover. They got that back in the game.
Badges, they're a lot more all-encompassing than they have been in the past. Each one of them has a larger impact, and so we're really happy with the badge allotment that we have right now. We feel like we've hit every part of basketball that's important, and ultimately we're accentuating everybody's play style with these badges.
One other thing I want to talk about is badge progression.
Badge progression is basically how often are you using your badge. The more often you use the badge, the faster it's going to progress. Ultimately, though, if you don't use your badge this year, you won't regress, which I'm sure our fans are pretty happy about.
So it sounds like badges are completely reworked this year in 2K25.
Yeah, so this year we introduced a new level of badge called Legend. It's a level above Hall of Fame. It's pretty difficult to get. You have to raise your attributes pretty high.
Oh, man.
Ultimately, you know, it really allows you to dominate in that area.
Okay.
Of the game.
Zach, I'm excited. Can't wait to
I like that.
Builder. Thanks for all the new details. And for all of you, stay connected to the NBA
Some above Hall of Fame. I like that.
report where you can learn all about the new MyPlayer builder.
Okay.
We know about all the new exciting features in the MyPlayer builder, but it's time to learn about MyCAREER. I'm joined by Mark Little. Let's jump right in. What's new in MyCAREER for NBA 2K25?
MyCAREER in NBA 2K25 is all about building the greatest dynasty in NBA history. If you're MyPlayer this year, growing up outside of Chicago, and like his idol, Michael Jordan, he wants to build a dynasty that lasts throughout the ages. You learn about your MyPlayer's history and his path to the NBA through an optional flashback story called The Heart of the Dynasty, which you get to relive 4 of his most iconic games in his
Ooh, okay. Okay, I like that. I like that.
World Cup, and even an open run with some NBA players where one of the players is not so happy and he got invited. And all these games are available for you to play right away. You can play up at any point in your career. But if you really want to just jump right into your NBA career and start building your dynasty, you can do that too.
So let's talk about.
I like that feature. I will be playing that. I will be.
We introduced the GOAT ranking system. And in that, you're able to see your MyPlayer rise up through the rankings and ultimately become the GOAT. This year, we're adding a dynasty rankings, which is more about your team's performance and less about your personal achievements. So we've ranked the 9 greatest dynasties in NBA history. And as your team does stuff like deep playoff runs, winning championships, you'll see them rise the dynasty rankings until ultimately they get to the #1 spot and displace Michael Jordan's Bulls.
Last year, you came in.
What do I get for that, though?
So what kind of prospect is MP in 2K?
Do I get anything for that?
Your MP is not a GOAT level hype. You're going to have to earn your position in the starting lineup. And if the player in front of you is really good, it's going to be even harder. This will definitely be one of your first obstacles as you try to build your dynasty.
So it sounds like I got to earn my place in the starting lineup. What does the
Okay.
look like?
I like that, though. Kinda.
Every
Not really, though. They making me earn my spot. I need my badges.
And we're really excited about the improvements we've made. This year, you have a lot of control about which key games you play. We've divided the season into 2 halves, and in each half, you'll meet with your coach and GM and select a personal goal. The personal goal you pick is what determines the key games you play. We've even tiered the matchup system, so if your MP is still at a lower level, you'll match up against lower-level NBA players, but if you're a 99, you're going to be matched up against the best of the best. If that's not your thing, you could decide you want to try and win the NBA Cup, or maybe you want to focus on winning road games, or maybe in your rookie season you want to show that you're the top rookie in your class. We've even got some key games that are focused entirely about you posterizing other guys. So the personal goals and key games you get to pick from is completely dependent on the build you made, your team you picked, and your current overall. So there's a lot of content depending on the scenario and play style you've picked. And on top
I'm liking
of that,
this.
if you successfully complete your personal goal and key games, you get an all-new dynasty badge. So the dynasty
dynasty badge.
help improve your team and shape the dynasty you're about to.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a lot going on, though, gang.
Other new features in my career that you can talk about.
There's a lot more than I'm going to be able to go into here today, but I'll give you a few more of my favorites. So earlier I mentioned you can play a FIBA game in the optional flashback story.
Oh, no, I like that,
You
though.
can also play FIBA games in our new revised off-season flow. You'll be able to play FIBA friendlies. FIBA
No, this
qualifiers,
gameplay looks.
even a
Wow.
FIBA
Hey,
tournament.
I like this, man.
Other NBA stars to join you.
I can't even lie, bro.
NBA stars. This year we're also adding jersey swaps. So there are
Jersey
optional
swaps?
highlight games on your calendar where you can earn jerseys from players like Jalen Brunson or Victor Wembanyama. Game challenges.
Nah, okay.
You're gonna want to collect.
All right. Don't hype me up like this. They do it every year.
But you can also put them on display in your mind.
They hype me up like this every year.
Mycourt is returning.
I can't talk too much about Mycourt, but I'm confirming Mycourt is back.
Oh, yeah.
Mycourt is
Yes.
something that people have been wanting for a long time.
Yes.
We're happy to bring it to you.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
Exciting
Hold on, 2K25.
Building my dynasty in NBA 2K25's My Career mode. Mark, thanks so much for joining
Oh,
us.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks you, Chris.
And for all of you, stay
Mycourt is
tuned
back.
for more courtside reports
Indeed.
on NBA 2K25.
Need it. Need it.